Mathematics Grade 6. Today, you will learn in Math 6 how to calculate speed. This lesson is important because it will teach you the ways on how to calculate speed using a definite formula. At the end of the discussion, you will calculate speed using a definite formula. Before we learn how to calculate speed, let us talk about the meaning of speed, distance, and time. Kindly open your printed materials on page 1. Speed is a scalar quantity that refers to how fast an object is moving. It can be thought of as the rate at which an object covers distance. Distance is the total length between two positions. It is the amount of space between two objects or the state of being apart. Time is the measured or measurable period during which an action, process, or condition exists or continues. For example, John rides a train that travels from Manila to Tuguegarao. It would take the train 2 hours to cover 480 kilometers with a speed of 240 kilometers per hour. In the example, 2 hours is the time, 480 kilometers is the distance, and 240 kilometers per hour is the speed. Now, let us learn the information about speed. In finding the speed, distance, and time, we will remember the following formulas using Tihan's triangle. Below, you can see the Tihan's triangle. Today, we will be focusing on the formula for speed. For speed, we will divide distance by time based on how we derive the formula. S equals d over t. This is the formula for speed, where S is the speed, d is the distance, and t is the time. The equation for speed can be remembered from the unit itself, m per s, where m is the meters or the distance, and s is the second or time. Average speed is a measure of the distance traveled in each period. It is sometimes referred to as the ratio of distance and time. The table below lists units in common use for speed and abbreviations. On the first column of the table, you can see and read the units for distance: miles, kilometers, meters, feet, centimeters. On the second column of the table, you can see and read the units for time: hours and seconds. On the third column of the table, you can see the units for speed. And on the fourth column of the table, you can see and read the abbreviation. The unit for speed is miles per hour, and the abbreviation is mph. The unit for speed is kilometers per hour, and the abbreviation is km per h, or kph. The unit for speed is meters per second, and the abbreviation is m per s. The unit for speed is feet per second, and the abbreviation is fps, or ft per sec. The unit for speed is centimeters per second, and the abbreviation is cm per sec, or cm per s. Now, let us learn how to calculate speed. Kindly open your printed materials on page 2. I will read sample problem number 1. Listen very carefully. John rides a train that travels from Manila to Tuguegarao. It would take the train 2 hours to cover 480 kilometers. What is its speed? For us to answer the problem, let us identify first the given facts. Based on the problem that I read, the given facts are distance equals 480 kilometers, time equals 2 hours, and the missing value is the speed. Now let us solve and let us apply the formula, which is speed equals distance over time. In symbol, S equals d over t. Now let us substitute the value of each term. So the equation now becomes S equals 480 kilometers, which is the value of the distance, over 2 hours, which is the value of the time. Now let us divide 480 by 2. 480 divided by 2 equals 240. So our final answer is speed, or S, equals 240 kilometer per hour, or 240 kph. Now let us check our answer. In checking, let us use the formula and substitute the value for each term. The formula is S equals d over t. Now let us substitute the value of each term. 240 kilometer per hour, which is the value of speed, equals 480 kilometers, which is the value of the distance, over 2 hours, which is the value of time. We will divide 480 by 2. 480 divided by 2 equals 240. So our equation now becomes 240 kilometers per hour equals 240 kilometers per hour. Our answer checks out. Therefore, the speed is 240 kilometers per hour. Nakuha niyo ba, mga bata? Magaling! Now, kindly read and study the remaining example, which is found in your printed materials. After that, for your activities, kindly open your printed materials on pages 5, 6, 7. Now, it's time for you to do your activities.